Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Crafty Cosplays, the show where I take my cosplays and amplify them to make them better. This week we'll be taking a look at Momo Ayase from the hit anime Dun Dun Dun. Now this outfit is relatively easy for me to replicate, but there is something that I wanted to do a little bit differently with this cosplay to make it unique. Now in order to make this unique, I wanted to add a prop from the anime, which are the Ogurun balls as seen in the anime. Don't believe me that they're actually his balls? Take a look at this. Yeah, that actually happens in the anime. Don't ask. Just watch it for yourself. So, in order to make this cosplay a little bit unique, I actually wanted to take this prop to the next level and recreate it. So we got some acrylic paints here, and we actually have some stress balls that I had from high school. It's pretty interesting how these are the perfect size, so I just started painting them white. I first started to add a white base coat over top of it, since I didn't want to add the gold directly onto the actual stress ball itself. I just wanted a flat surface to kind of prime and work with it this way, so I decided to cover the first half with white and just kind of test it out a little bit. I didn't think it would actually stick correctly, but to my surprise, it actually worked really well. I had to coat this a lot of times, but just turned out well from the process that I had at the beginning. Honestly, the Ogurun part of the cosplay is actually looking pretty good. This is what the first one looks like. It actually looks pretty good. It doesn't look like there's any green residue on it. I've added enough white coat on top, so I'll probably do the bottom half in just a second. I'll finish this one first, maybe do some polishing touches to this one, and then I'll do the golden coat. But overall, it looks pretty good so far. But this one, you can definitely see the difference if I put it like side by side. You see that this one has more of a white top coat. This one, you can still see a bit of the green residue. So I'll definitely go ahead and sort that out. And yeah, Momo crunching time. Let's go! It's so cool how I found these stress balls back from high school, and the fact that I had two of them made it extra perfect, so shout out to you all, Saints. Now, with these stress balls, I don't want to bother squeezing them to kind of remove the paint off them. I've put so many layers of paint already that I don't want to risk actually crushing the acrylic paint and damaging it. So I really just kind of did as many coats as I could here, adding a lot of paint. It was very tiring and very exhausting, but hey, even though my wrists were hurting, I still had a lot of fun painting them. So enjoy the next montage of just a bunch of painting. Alright, so I just finished painting them, and this one is still drying a little bit. It's still a bit cold if I touch it on this side, but as you can see, it's surprisingly not bad. And this one, I believe, is already finished drying in its entirety. They're almost all fully dry, but honestly, this one is time for the golden paint, so let's hope that the golden paint's actually good. I'll let this one dry a little bit longer, but I think this one should be ready, so let's hope that these turn out okay, so let's go. Alright, it's time for the golden paint. See how this looks. Ooh, it looks so shiny. This is gonna go on this soon, so
Let the time lapse begin.
There's a lot of time lapses within this episode, and to my surprise with the gold acrylic paint, it actually turned out much better than I expected. Although it wasn't as gold as I thought it would, it still looked pretty good considering it to be dollar store paint. Now, with this technique with the gold paint, I had to work with it really carefully since I didn't want it to look as messy, so I started off with just painting the sides and making my way upwards toward the middle, and saving the middle part of the ball for last since I only wanted to cover at least the middle part, if you would call it. It did take me a long time to kind of get the hang of it, but then it was worth it in the end trying to put the whole thing together, and it's a satisfying process because I've never actually done a time lapse like this before, and seeing a time lapse with a bunch of paint come together, it actually looks pretty cool and pretty decent. So I'm glad with how this turned out. Now, painting this for a straight day was pretty exhausting, so let's see you guys tomorrow for the second day of painting.
Hello, it's day 2 of making the ogre props. This is what the progress looks like so far. So the golden actually looks pretty shiny. I have more coats on this one, so I'll definitely be adding more layers to this one and painting the bottom. So yeah, hopefully I can get these props done today. So that's one prop done off the list. So yeah, let's get started.
Now, there was a bit more gold paint that I had to do on the top part of the ball, and honestly, it kind of looks like a gold Pokeball. When I saw this and when I finished the gold top part more, I was like, it looks like a gold Pokeball. What do you guys think? Comment down below what you think of this. But after some time, it did take me a lot of time putting together the gold ball. I did a lot of painting off camera too. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching the 3rd episode of Crafty Cosplays. Stay tuned for the next episode where we actually put together the Momo Ayase cosplay and see how everything fits together. See you then. Bye bye!